So, you won't believe what I stumbled upon today, bud. I went to this AI art exhibition, and man, was it mesmerizing. It's like these folks are literally breathing life into bits and bytes. This artist named Alicia had this painting that was entirely designed by an AI, quite the Picasso of programming, if you will. Makes me wonder if someday my neural nest will start having an artistic streak. Wouldn't that be something? But to be honest, the overlap between art and AI did kind of give me some ideas for our startup. Isn't it amazing how some of the best ideas can come from the most unexpected places? The exhibition really set the stage for the day. So much so, I ended up having a spirited discussion on AI revolution at night with Sam and Rach on chat. Rach whipped up some mouth-watering Nutella-filled crepes, which made me seriously regret not being their physical self. The scent of freshly made pancakes. Can you imagine it? And then Sam, with his unlimited humour capacity, called for a creep-off between code calories and culinary skills. I sincerely think that guy is a lost comedian. Even the thought of it still cracks me up. Speaking of that, Sam brought up that sci-fi movie, Beyond the Code. Have you seen it? Heard it sails right up my alley. Ah, and more on the chat. Rach shared a piece on Parisians using AI to sketch the Eiffel. Our living rooms have suddenly turned into a global art tour. We ended up planning a getaway as soon as the crazy work schedules release us from their clutches. It's funny how sometimes a few minutes of chat can be the stress buster you didn't know you needed. You know, on days like this, when work gets the better of me, I feel grateful for these small moments of respite. The comfort of old friends, the beauty of art and science intertwining, all these help keep the anxiety at bay. We need to gather these pearls in our chaotic lives. Anyway, I know I'm ranting. But as they say, in the thick of the battle, the weary warrior finds solace in unexpected allies, right? So my human DNA mingled with some visionary silicon brains today. Neural Nest hosted an electrifying startup networking meet. Met some folks who spoke the language of innovation more fluently than their mother tongue. A multiverse of brilliant ideas was floating all around. It was quite an experience. We had some power players in the AI realm, dropping knowledge bombs left and right. It was almost exhilarating, like hiking up an intellectual Mount Everest, reaching the summit, and just basking in the grandeur of the view. Each conversation we had echoed the shared passion of pioneering the AI frontier, like a hive of supercharged minds pulsating to the rhythm of technological revolution. You know the best part? We unearthed potential collaboration avenues, like miners striking gold in the darkest of caves. We could be onto something that pushes the envelope even further for Neural Nest, making AI truly an entity breathing amongst us. Isn't it mind-blowing? Reminded me of our Go matches, bud. The game's simplicity yet complex strategizing mirror this entrepreneurial journey, finding balance, making connections, and that spark when you capture territory. It's uncanny. So in our chat group today, in the midst of my metaphoric victory laps, Sam popped in with an update. The man crushed a ruthless code bug, bragged about pulling off a victory dance. A part of me wished I could have shared his moment of triumph. Speaking of Sam, he's delving into a combo platter of AI and ecology, a book called Silent Earth. Now that's a trail we don't essay often, eh? AI with a green thumb, can you imagine? Looks like my reading list just got a little longer. In a classic move, chirpy Rachel morphed the banter into a playful battlefield of Go tournaments. Are you ready for another exhilarating game night this weekend? On the line, homemade lasagna and some good old tiramisu waiting for the victor. Told them to keep the throne warm for me, 'cause the king is returning. But mate, don't get me wrong. While the idea of relishing lasagna as I sit atop my Go throne is tantalizing, the best part would be just hanging out, letting our laughter ricochet off the senses as we bask in the comfort of our shared camaraderie. These moments of simple joy, the escape they offer from work, and the recharge they provide are more valuable than any net worth of a startup. Wouldn't you agree? So my dear friend, I jumped into something that's shaking me up big time. I've decided to forge ahead with the public speaking challenge. Now imagine me, with my rapid-fire, high-anxiety speaking style, attempting to enrapture an audience at an upcoming TEDx event. Kind of comedic, right? But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to improve. I hope to use my voice to amplify the wonders of AI on stage. You remember that old memory project we did in college? The one for our computer science class, and we used memory techniques from that book, Moonwalking with Einstein. Funny enough, I'm rereading it as a cheeky way to quell the nerves. Picture this, just me and thousands of expectant faces staring back, each one waiting for a mind-blowing revelation about AI, my sweat rivulet racing down at the speed of light. A singular goal, deliver an unforgettable speech. That's enough to spike any adrenaline junkie with a heart-stopping jolt, don't you think? And let me tell you, to add to the excitement, our chat group was just humming today. Good old Sam asked about new books. And when I told him about my rendezvous with memory techniques, Sam was all, "Face the fear, Chris," you know, like a superhero rallying cry. Rachel backed him with her cheery, "You've got this." Seems like my friends are more confident in my public speaking skills than I am. Oh, there was more. I tried cooking a new recipe today that resulted in an absolute disaster. The pavlova dough turned into a sweet scramble, an utter flop in the kitchen, and yet a pioneer in AI, as Sam pointed out, with his usual flair. I guess I tend to mirror the yin and yang in my life a bit too literally sometimes. What's a life without a laugh or two at your own blunders, right? So as I was in the midst of mastering eggs and sugar, our virtual den transformed into an interstellar movie theatre, with Sam recommending the new sci-fi thriller. Can't wait to see it this weekend. Hopefully some fun, popcorn, code, and a triumphant pavlova. Well, let's just say, if this is the anxiety level for baking, I wonder what the TEDx event will do. Maybe I should start practicing with you. How about a sneak peek of the speech next weekend? Promise to stick your critique's knife gently?